Okay. Hi everyone. I believe we're live here. My name is Peter Loshak. Just want to make sure we're live here. Make sure that everyone is seeing everything that I'm seeing. A couple minutes late, but that's okay. Obviously, it's a very small card tonight. My name is Peter Loshak. You're watching the brand new, the 3-week-old, 2-week-old live college basketball betting show that I've been doing. Second half lines. Been doing way better than I would have expected or hoped for, right? Let's make sure everything is, comments are on there. Make sure I can see everybody. Jonathan Nelson. Okay. So, once again, regular viewers of the show might be aware that doing quite well so far. A 20% ROI, which is not going to last, right? You got to use proper money management no matter what. If you're doing your own capping, following someone else who's been winning, following someone else who's been losing, whatever the hell you're doing, it's a marathon, not a sprint, and use appropriate money management at all times. Past performance is not necessarily predictive of future performance. Might be suggestive, sure, but it is not predictive necessarily. All right, so let's see any comments coming in. Jonathan Nelson, shout out to you. Yo, Pete. Yo, Jonathan Nelson. We got 4 college games coming up, so obviously it's going to be a short and sweet show. I'll talk to you about the college games, the 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock games, and I did look at the bowl game tomorrow, Hawaii and BYU. Unfortunately, I do have some stats that I look for that, could have been applicable this year for some bowls. Not seeing anything great for Hawaii and BYU, although it does have, second half and or live betting written all over it to my eye. Probably going to be a lot of back and forth here. And turnovers will matter a lot, obviously, in a game like this, right? How will the BYU quarterback do? Probably good. How will Cole McDonald do for Hawaii? Probably decently. And, it's just a matter of turnovers are obviously going to be key, right? In general, Hawaii had a terrible turnover differential overall on the year, which, might indicate that they might be a little bit undervalued here. Although when I ran the numbers that I have, I didn't see anything that indicated that they're a play here. In fact, my numbers slightly favored BYU, but I don't put anything substantial into that. So it's going to be a pass for me. I did some short, brief, basic numbers crunching on BYU Hawaii and came up with nothing. No surprise there, right? I was running the same numbers that everyone else is running that determined the line. No surprise that my numbers told me no edge. There might be an edge. I'm just not aware of where it might be as of right now. All right, let's look at some other comments coming in, see if anyone is wise. Shout out to Tito Banton, Alex Ramirez. Leonard Porch says, hey, yo, watching while Christmas shopping. Shout out to you, Leonard Porch. Lynn Tyra, thanks for doing this, Pete. Oh, thank you for watching, Lynn Tyra. Smash that like button if you don't mind. Apparently that's important. Apparently, even though it costs $0.00 to get a like, apparently, when people who look at analytics, look at that, they're like, oh, look at that. I'm like, what are you talking about? It costs someone nothing to hit the like button. If they didn't do it, it doesn't mean they didn't like it. It means they forgot. You know what I mean? But apparently it matters. So smash that like button if you don't mind. Costs you $0.00 to smash that like button. All right, so let's see what we got. Yeah, we got 4 college games. I don't know if there's going to be look. My record so far has been awesome, and the last 2 days of last week were unbelievable. Part of that is luck. Another part of it, though, is not forcing plays and not forcing picks. You know what I mean? I discuss all of the I discuss the thought processes that I'm going through as much as I can while I'm thinking and looking at the numbers. And so you can tell that, when I'm doing this, there's a lot of leans and a lot of, like I say, it's an art and a science. And, this is a lot of leans and possible close calls and stuff like that I openly discuss in these shows. But, if you start forcing picks, giving borderline plays. There's a lot of borderline plays that I would bet myself that I wouldn't necessarily make an official play here. I'm trying to go with only the plays that, I'm willing to stick on my permanent record with. So, that's a high bar. So with 4 games tonight, there might not necessarily be any plays. Like, for instance, in the Siena game at 6 o'clock Eastern time, I'll admit right now I like the money line at minus 435 and a little bit less, or the Siena minus 7 line, but I couldn't tweet that out. I just couldn't do it for lots of reasons. If it lost, how bad would I look tweeting out a minus 435 money line that loses on Twitter for all to see? So I'm very, very cautious, very, very careful, very, very conservative when it comes to the plays that I give here. I also kind of liked the second half under in Seattle, Long Beach. I was an inch away from tweeting that out, but I didn't tweet that one out either. Because you guys on Twitter, the betting public is brutal, as they should be, right? As they should be. If you're going to give picks, claim a great record, this and that, people should be transparent. People with great records should be audited. And if you win, you should have your ass kissed. If you lose, you should be slammed. I don't blame anyone for being brutal towards people giving out losers publicly, but makes people gun shy, especially people like me. All right, so let's quickly look at the next 2 games. The 2 games that are still going off later on tonight, and then I'll comment on the 4 games that are coming up, the halftimes that are coming up at 7:45, and maybe there'll be a play out of these 4 games, maybe not. Quickly look at some comments here, and we'll see. Robbie Tagaloa, Pete, any holiday plans? Of course. I plan on looking at some bowl games. I plan on making a video where I'll explain my bet sizing and how I'm tracking all these picks. I plan on putting up a link to a Google sheet where people can go back and look at all my picks that I made officially, so they can audit me if they want. People are like, is this guy really doing that well? I'm going to audit him. And my response will be like, please do. I thought I was going to have to pay someone to audit my plays. You're going to do it for free? Please. Here's the sheet. Here's the links to the videos. Please do it. So I'm going to do that. I am also maybe set up my Patreon. That's going to be something I might do over the next few days. And another thing I want to do is go back and get like some of the clips from some of these shows that are either informative or maybe funny as like a little promotional thing. You know what I mean? It's 2019. It's a fucking dog eat dog vicious world out there, Robbie Tagaloa. You got to self-promote nonstop, 24/7 on Twitter. Bash the other guy out of the way. It's fucking jungle out there. Competitors everywhere. You know what I'm saying? One huge competitor. You know who I'm talking about when I say one huge competitor. You know who the fuck that is, right? Huge competitor. So yeah. If you want to be successful in this business, which I don't know if I want to be, but I guess for now I'm trying, you got to self-promote 24/7. Take no prisoners. SEO, all that shit. I'm going to learn about SEO so I can SEO the hell out of everything I tweet so that it gets boosted over the fucking competitors. Maxwell Smart, shout out to you. I like Maxwell Smart. Hell yeah. Real TC, shout out to you. All right, so Real TC, Pete, can you cap some bowl games? Yes. I wanted to get to more bowl games in this show, and unfortunately, I was only able to get to one, which is the Hawaii bowl game, the Hawaii BYU game, and unfortunately, I just looked at it. And again, you can't force it, right? I looked at it, and I was like, I'm not seeing any edge. I'm not saying there isn't one. I'm just saying I'm not seeing it. But I'm going to hopefully get to as many as I possibly can. And the rest of this week, I'm definitely going to do a show every night, and I'm going to get to as much bowl commentary as I possibly can. I do have a job now. You know what I'm saying? So I can't do it 24/7 like I used to, which is fine. It just means that the quantity of information and analysis that I can give is going to go down. The quality, no. That is one thing I hold myself to. That standard of quality. So I will. All right, so let's see. Other comments coming in. Shout out to everyone. All right, so Let's look at him. I went for 13. Huge competitor. Stu Feiner? No. No. Stu is like, me and Stu aren't competition. That's like saying like the Houston Astros, are they competition for like a AA baseball team? No. You know what I'm saying? He's not my competition. All right. So Bogey34 says, keep up the great work, Pete. Shout out to you. Christopher Comatini. Hey, Pete, it's my birthday. Can I get a birthday pick, please? When's your birthday? Today? Don't tell me it's today, Christopher Comatini. Don't tell me it's today, Christopher Comatini. I also want to give out a belated birthday to someone on Twitter who requested birthday pick, who requested one, which I will do. Let's talk about the games tonight. Let's talk about the games that are coming up tonight. San Francisco Fresno State is a tough one. That's just a complete pass. Fresno State, shoots a lot of threes. Sometimes they go, sometimes they fall, sometimes they don't. San Francisco, an impressive team. They push the pace. Fresno State has they're one of their leading scorers out. That didn't matter in their last two games. At some point, you figure it's got to matter a little bit. This game does have second half written all over it. And maybe at 10:50 p.m. Eastern time, I'll tweet out a play on that one. Definitely has second half written all over it. Pre-game, complete and total pass for me. San Francisco and Fresno State, total pass. Washington, Hawaii, a little bit different. I can't endorse a bet here, but in general, I like unders on that one in general. Washington usually plays a pretty effective zone defense. It didn't work against Ball State in their last game, so they switched to man, but I'm assuming that they're going to be back to a zone defense here against Hawaii. Not convinced Hawaii is going to be able to shoot over it terribly effectively. So I'm kind of liking the under. First half under, full game under. Second half under, if the first half is not too low scoring. I'm leaning and liking unders in general in the Washington Hawaii game. San Francisco Fresno State, complete pass every which way, but it has second half written all over it. Definitely. Let's see. Let me see what else. What else can I tell you about the Hawaii? Yeah, Washington game. Yeah, Washington is a freaking impressive team, But I'm liking the under in that one. First half full game. Nothing crazy. The thing is that all these, like, if you kill college basketball, the year that I came in first place on covers, I think I hit, and that was off the charts good. I think I hit like 56% on totals and like 54% on sides, which is unbelievably good relative to everyone else, But if you're tailing every play like it's going to be a freaking, like losers are never going to happen once in a while, you're going to go 8-2 every game. No, that's not how it works. You know what I mean? So when I say I like the under, that means I think it's like a 54, 55% proposition. You feel me? All right, but I'm liking the under there. Washington and Hawaii. A little bit. The rest of the college basketball games. Let's see. Shout out to Christopher Comatini. Yes, today is your birthday. All right, Chris Comatini. Hopefully there will be a second half play. And if there is, I'll probably make that one your birthday pick. If not, it's probably going to be the Washington under because I got nothing else on the card. But sometimes you have a bounty, a cornucopia of earthly wonders to work with. And sometimes you got jack squat, right? Sometimes you got two games, and that's what you got to choose from. All right, let's look at the games that are going to be at halftime in about 10 minutes or so. The Grambling-Dayton game, that's surprising. I was leaning over in that one, and it's very, very low scoring, obviously, to start. Well, that'll be interesting to see what the halftime lines are for that one. I was thinking that Grambling might be able to keep it a little bit close. Dayton, obviously, awesome. But I was thinking they might be able to keep it a little close and leaning over a little bit. But I didn't bet that one. But that's all right. I didn't bet any of these games pregame, except for the Washington under. I did bet that one a little bit. And then also the SMU game, I was liking the under on that one. And that one's looking vaguely. No, I bet the under on that one too. Yeah, that's right. That was the other one that I bet. SMU game is looking vaguely underish as well. Georgia Southern hanging with Georgia. That one I had absolutely no opinion on, but I suspected Georgia Southern would hang tight at least early. We'll see what the halftime lines are. I might be looking at play on Georgia on the second half on that one. The Georgia State SMU game, yeah, I like the under, and I don't know though if the numbers will say that they, because all this is numbers based. You know what I'm saying? Art and a science. The science part of this is numbers based. I don't think if the numbers are going to suggest a second half play on the under. We'll see what it is. The Houston Georgia Tech game, very interesting. Houston is a pretty damn impressive team right now, right? They're rebounding very well, which bodes well for future success and future ATS value, maybe, unless the market adjusts, which who knows how the market's going to adjust from now on. But with all the AI coming in, but in general, Houston is an impressive rebounding team here, and I liked in that one. I liked Houston small and the under small, and the Georgia Tech team total under a bit more. We'll see what the second half lines are. Possibly a play on Houston. We'll see. Possibly a play on the under. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see what it is. Grambling State Dayton, very interesting. I was thinking it might be a higher scoring game. Grambling State can go very high scoring against teams like Dayton. I was thinking that Dayton, coming off of what they've done recently, might be amenable to a faster pace. That doesn't appear to be what has happened, though. All right, let me just clear out some. Bring up some sheets here. The second half line should be coming up very soon, very shortly. Yeah, all right. So just eyeballing what we're seeing now. Houston and Georgia Tech might have something. I was leaning Houston and the under pregame. Possible that there could be bets that way as well. Second half, Georgia Southern, very interesting. It's possible Georgia could be a play. Georgia State and SMU, probably going to be a pass. I did bet the under pre-game, and obviously it's very low scoring right now. We'll see what the second half lines are, but probably going to be a pass. And Grambling Dayton, I was leaning over. The second half total is going to be very high. That's probably going to be a pass as well. Although, who knows? We'll see what the lines are and the actual scores are in about 5 minutes. And again, San Francisco, Fresno State, complete pass, but that has second half written all over it. And Washington, Hawaii, kind of like the under. We'll see. We'll see how that game turns out. Happy birthday, Chris Comatini. Oh, shit, Dan Kelly's in here. Dan Kelly. Shout out to the pressure's on. Dan Kelly, this is like when the esteemed professor comes in to observe the young phenom. What is this guy doing? Is he for real? Let me observe him. Let me observe how he operates. Let me observe what his methodology is. Dan Kelly. Dan Kelly, 20% ROI so far, weighted. 18% ROI flat. 91 plays. Some of them are correlated, yes, but many uncorrelated. Not bad, right? Not bad, Dan Kelly. Dan Kelly, I have a slight lean to the under in the Washington-Hawaii game tonight. Slight lean to the under, Dan Kelly. Viral video looking like a solid later game with Washington -7 against Hawaii. The question is just, it's unclear. We'll know a lot more when that game starts. It's unclear whether Washington's going to play their zone again. I think that they will. And I think that Hawaii is going to have a tough time shooting against it. But both of those things, or either one of them, could be dead wrong. I did not take a shot on that side at all, although there could easily be a second half play on the side. Did take a small shot with the under, and we'll see how it turns out. We got about 2 or 3 more minutes. We got 37 people watching. We few, we happy few, we band of brothers. Man, this sports betting industry is tough, cutthroat. Bullshit here, lies there, honesty there, dishonesty there, who's who, what's what, picks flying around, records flying around, tweets flying around, videos flying around. Tough industry. Market getting sharper and sharper and sharper. Market's getting sharper and sharper, right? Legalization coming in state by state. What a crazy industry. Maxwell Smart, Stu is hilarious. Yes, he is. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. No, Stu is not my competition. Stu's like the Houston Astros, and I'm like a solid, quality AA team. Okay. Let's see what's going on here. See if the lines are coming in. Just 4 games. Again, when the lines come in, it's dead air, not entertaining. Got to bring up my sheets here. Excuse me. Dan Kelly says, I thought that Hop was like Boeheim, always playing the zone. Yes, unless it's not working. And then they are absolutely, they will switch it up. Yeah. So, I'm assuming yes. I'm assuming it's going to be a zone again. Ralph Jefferson, shout out to you. Grant stuttered. You got the winners, Pete. Well, I did the last 2 weeks. That means it's suggestive of what I got now, but it means absolutely, literally zero. All right, lines coming in. God, lines coming in. If I have an O for day, everyone's going to be like, fuck this guy. I thought he was so good. He gave 2 plays, both of them lost. Can't believe I watched the show and tailed him. Got to bring up my spreadsheets here. Art and a science. Not seeing anything yet. Just bringing up some spreadsheets here. Again, I don't know how long this show is going to last, if people are going to like it, if people are going to not mind the lack of excitement and entertainment when I'm crunching all these numbers on camera. The lack of graphics, the lack of music, the lack of production value, right? People like that, as they should. I mean, sports betting is supposed to be recreational, which for most people it should be. Then hell yeah, you want that shit, right? Graphics, music, energy on camera. All right, let me just pull up all my stuff here. Sorry, I'm just looking at some of these numbers already. Let me just pull up some sheets. Houston, wow, Houston up by 13 is what I'm seeing. Interesting. Georgia, what'll this line be? It's probably going to be like Georgia -9? What's this going to be? All right. I'm just pulling up sheets. Sorry. Picks will come soon, or at least my opinions will come soon. Again, it's entirely possible that there will be no plays here. Georgia -7. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Sorry, I'm a little bit. Got to pull up a sheet here, boys, while maintaining entertainment value. I can do it. I can do it. Just like Spicoli when the car was crashed in that movie. Can't remember what it's called. I can do it. All right, hold on 1 second. Sheets are going slow right now. Sorry, just. Okay. Talk amongst yourselves if you don't mind. Just for a few minutes. God, these are slow, these fucking sheets. Pre-game numbers say small lean to the over in Georgia, even at 81. Halftime numbers say pass on the total. Ugh. See, none of these games really had second half written all over them, as I like to say, as opposed to the San Francisco game, which does later on at 10 o'clock. Let's look at Houston and Georgia Tech. Damn. Look at numbers here. Look at numbers here. For a second, I forgot I was on camera. Like, damn. Just not really seeing anything. Wow. Money coming in on Georgia Southern. I don't necessarily agree with that. Yeah, pregame numbers, pregame analysis likes under 73 a little bit. Halftime numbers say pass. And nothing on the side. Sorry, guys, these lines are tight. You understand that, right? These markets are sharp as hell. Which is why it's so friggin' impressive when you have positive ROIs and stuff. All right, let me just let's look at the SMU game. Still not seeing anything there. Yeah, my numbers say slightly into the over in Georgia, slightly into the under in Georgia Tech. And they've just gotten bet up just a teeny bit. Each of those got bet that way, just a teeny bit. Pre-game numbers here, like Georgia, -6.5 a little bit. Halftime numbers definitely say pass. Halftime numbers even like in Georgia Southern a little bit, actually. That's just what the numbers say. I know this is annoying. I know this is annoying, boys. But I don't have like great, obvious, positive EV bets just spit out at you rapid fire here. You can't force it. But you can. Sometimes you'll force it and get lucky, and you can pretend that you didn't get lucky, and then you tweet it out and use optimized SEO, and all of a sudden you got 1,000 more followers and 500 more subscribers, and that's not what I do. Georgia Tech game, the numbers like the under slightly. 73. I did bet that one, but I don't think I can recommend it as a play. I want to see the Georgia. I want to see the SMU game. Pre-game numbers like the under 77. Halftime numbers say pass. Pre-game numbers also like SMU a little bit. And the halftime numbers like SMU also a little bit more. All right, that'll be a play. SMU money line -265. There's a reason why with my distributions why I take a lot of these money lines instead of the minus points in certain situations. I can't get into that right now. SMU -265. That'll be a play. If you want to take the 4.5, that's fine, but that's not what I'm doing, and that's not what I would recommend. Certain situations. I can't get into it right now. I will take that one. That's borderline medium or medium small. I'll make it, I'm not great at medium. What the hell? SMU -265. Medium. Jesus. Okay. There's a play. There's a fucking play. And then see if anyone's watching this shit. Yeah. Hey, shout out to you. Shout out to you. Dan Kelly says, don't force it. I know, Dan Kelly. I know. All right. Let's see. With the Grambling State game. Where's that? All right, Chris Comatini, just FYI, your birthday pick is going to be, I can't give you a fucking 265 money line as your birthday pick. You know this might lose, Chris Comatini, but I'm going to make the Hawaii under your birthday pick. Let me just look at the Grambling State game for a second here. The numbers like SMU a bit, both pregame and halftime, although just a little bit. And as you guys know, when I talk about it, I have two ways of looking at these numbers. And wow, look at that. Someone just hit the Georgia State line. All right, we'll see. I have two ways of looking at these, and I like to see them both agreeing. When they agree strongly, that's when I'm very happy. When they agree slightly, that's when I say, okay, I'll go with it. When one likes something and the other is a push or agnostic, then I make an artistic decision. But both the pregame and the halftime numbers liked SMU a little bit, so I made it a pick. Wow, money really coming in on Georgia Southern. And that line got bet up to 81.5. Yeah, you see, I kind of like, my numbers like the over a little bit at 81. Numbers like the under Georgia Tech a little bit at 73. Not that my numbers are right necessarily. Okay, I just want to just quickly look at this Grambling State line if I can find one. Where the hell is it? My competitors are going to crush me eventually, one way or another, right? I'll fight, though. I'll fight with SEO and everything. I'll fight with everything I got. All right, SMU was a play. Graded medium. I'll make a video about how I track all these, Again, minus 265, the way I do it, it doesn't mean 2.65 units to win one. I make it so that the 2 win and 2 risk amounts always equal the same. So if it's a minus 110 line, yes, it'll be 1.1 unit to win one, but minus 265 will be a little bit less than 2.65 units to win one. I'll make a video about it so it's crystal clear. All right, I suspected that these 4 games would be a little bit iffy when it came to possible big betting value. But SMU, the numbers like it both ways, pregame and halftime. So I did it, made it an official play. Again, though, if it loses, that means my ROI will only be like 17% or something, or whatever, however it'll affect it, which is still not only awesome but unsustainable, right? Do people understand unsustainable? What's sustainable and what's not? Okay, let me just get it. Right, the Grambling line I'm seeing, let me just find it. What is it? 10.5. 76. Yeah, the numbers like the over a little bit. $75.5 or 76. I don't know if I can touch it. Yeah, the numbers like the over a little bit, but the confidence level that I have attached to it is low. I have a confidence level attached to all these numbers that get spit out anyway. Also, can't even speak anymore. Oh, God, these shows are so friggin' stressful. You've got to be an easier way to make a living. Or to even try to make a living. Yeah, the number's actually like Grambling team total over 33. Pre-game numbers like Grambling a little bit. Halftime numbers say pass. Pre-game numbers like the over a little bit. Halftime numbers also like the over a little bit. Just a little, though. I don't know if I can go with that. I don't know if I can go with that. Well, I'm just letting you know what they say here. I did give out one play, which I stand by. The numbers like it. And everything else is off the board now. SMU's still up there. Someone hit the money line a little bit on the other side, Georgia State, which is okay. And the numbers also have a slight lean to the under, even though the total's getting bet up, which means that my numbers are different from someone else's numbers. All right. Look, it was going to be a short, hopefully entertaining and informative show. I'm doing my best here. I'm a one-man operation. You know what I'm saying? Marketing department is me. Graphics department, me. Tech department, me. That's it. All right, so I'll just go with that one play, SMU minus 265. I graded it medium, official play. The numbers liked it a little bit both ways, which was nice to see, I guess. And once again, of the two remaining games, kind of liking a little bit the under in the Washington-Hawaii game, which is going to be Chris Comatini's official birthday pick. Let me just use absolutely up to the second odds here. Again, though, it's you don't exactly know what Washington's going to do defensively, how Hawaii is going to be able to respond. Yep, 144 is the line. So I will make that one Christopher Comatini's official birthday pick. First half, 67.5 or 68. Mostly 67.5s now. I'll make the first half, the full game under 144. Christopher Comatini's birthday pick. I hope it wins because I just can't stand what kind of a birthday present is that? A pick that loses. So once again, I will be doing these videos at least for the rest of this week. If people like the show, I'll continue it until no one likes it or until my competition crushes me. But for now, I'm definitely going to do them the rest of this week, and I'm going to try to do as much bowl research as I possibly can. We can talk about that. Today I had just a lot of work to do, and this weekend I had a lot of crap to do, but I will try to tweet out which bowl games I have something to say about on Twitter. No guarantees, but I'm going to try to. Any college basketball games that we have, we'll discuss them, of course. Mr. Gokster, you the man, Pete, shout out to you. Nick Novotini, Merry Christmas, bro. Shout out to you. Merry Christmas to you. Jonathan Nelson, shout out to you. Dan Kelly says, take the day off tomorrow. Love you, Pete. Yeah. Thanks, Dan Kelly. I probably should. Is my competition taking the day off tomorrow? No. What's my competition doing? Looking to crush me and others like me. But what the hell? Maybe I'll take the day off anyway. Shout out to you, Tito Banton. Dan Kelly, machines can sustain, humans not so much. Yeah. Understatement of the show. Award goes to Dan Kelly for that one. Machines can sustain, humans not so much. Yes, indeed. Dan Kelly has just taken Tito Banton's crown for understatement of the show. Understatement comment of the show. Last week, Tito Banton won that award by saying that the MIT analytics videos were pretty good. Or kind of good or something like that. And that won him the Understatement of the Week award for the show. Dan Kelly now in the lead with his comment. Machines can sustain, humans not so much. Understatement of the Week award. Currently, Dan Kelly in the lead. Let's see, other comments coming in. Shout out to you, Jake Bell. The birthday pick lives. Yeah, usually I have more than 2 games to choose from, though. But again, if you've got 20 different fruits to pick the lowest hanging one, you pick them. If you got 2 fruits to pick, you find the lowest hanging one and you figure out how to get it, right? So I gave that one out. We'll see. See how it all comes. Dan Kelly says, this is a great example of the scientific notion that an observed result can't be the same as an unobserved result because it was observed. So is any scientific study worthwhile? Dan Kelly, I missed that comment. That came while I was trying to friggin' analyze the Dayton second half total. What is that referring to? Now I'd love to know. Real CC says, don't ever stop the show. I won't, Real TC, unless I break down like John Henry. You know what I'm saying? Unless I just can't do it anymore. Unless my body gives out. Shaf says, short-time listener, first-time observer. No pressure. Shout out to you, Shaf. Yeah, I'm new to the game. But I might be making a name for myself out there, Shaf. All right. I guess that's it. Flipper13 says he's taking the family to Star Wars. Probably going to miss tomorrow. All right. That's it. Shout out to Leonard Porsche. I hope SMU covers the second half. If they don't, that's just the way this stuff goes. Check out Twitter. Subscribe to my channel because I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Because when you get to 1,000 subscribers, you can start to do other things like you can stream from a phone, right? I can't do that unless I have 1,000 subscribers. So ask your families this Christmas to do a little favor and subscribe so I can get to 1,000 subscribers. And that's it. I'll be back tomorrow with whatever we got tomorrow. Probably just bowl game coverage. We'll see. Shout out to everyone. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. I'll see y'all tomorrow.